What's going on, YouTube? So today I have another turntable review for you guys. A rep from this company, One by One, saw the Swedish House Mafia turntable review that I did, the one that comes from IKEA. They were like, hey, we liked the video. Can we send you a turntable and can you do something like that again? So I said, sure, send it over. So they sent over this guy. Basically, it's a whole setup for 200 bucks. It's a turntable with the speakers. First opinion, the box is kind of heavy, which is a good thing. But just quickly, this comes with a belt drive system, replaceable stylus from Audio-Technica, adjustable tracking force, adjustable anti-skating force. So like everything that you would want in a turntable, plus the speakers, is in this package for 200 bucks. I have a setup downstairs with like a Project Audio setup, like a Prima Luna amp, like Klipsch Forte speakers. I'm gonna just set this up with its own speakers for now, and I'll just give you guys my opinion on what this system by itself sounds like. So after the unboxing, this is what we got. We have the quick start guide. First thing that came out was the two speakers. Yeah, I mean, they feel kind of heavy, they feel kind of nice. Again, that's a good thing. So power cables, we have the belt. This, I feel like, looks exactly like the Project Audio one that I have, even with the logo like right in the middle. Platter looks kind of cool. Their like logo is, they kind of like put their logo into the felt pad. I think that's kind of cool. And I mean, very heavy duty platter. I mean, definitely has some weight to it, and it's really nice that they give you the pad also. I mean, these are all things that you would buy separate if you were to go to like Walmart and buy, you know, something from there, or just a cheaper turntable. I feel like all these things would be upgrades for like a cheaper turntable. So for this to come in at 200 bucks with speakers and they're giving you all this stuff, I mean, I think that's pretty cool. And then of course we have the turntable itself. I'll open this and set it up right now. So I also wanted to mention that these speaker cables are really short. I mean, I think for bookshelf speakers, you sometimes like the separation in the speakers. I think sometimes it sounds better, but I feel like for these cables, like there's no way for me to hide them on this table. I know this table is kind of wide, but yeah, there's really no way for me to hide these speaker cables with just putting one speaker on each end. The instructions are pretty clear. I mean, you just put on the cover, you put the belt on. They even give you this little tool to properly put the belt on, which I think is pretty cool. It tells you to rotate the turntable 10 times. I guess that's just to make sure that the belt is on properly. We're just a couple steps into the setup, and I just wanted to mention that the platter spins pretty flat, which is always a good thing with the cheaper turntables. And there's like almost no wobble to the platter unless I apply a lot of pressure. So that's a good thing. Then you put the weight on the back. The instructions kind of, I mean, I think they're pretty good. They give you like instructions on how to properly place the weight for the tracking force. And I mean, then you just adjust it until you get it right, and you're pretty much set. So after some time, I adjusted the anti-skate. I got the right balance on the counterweight, and now I'm gonna throw a record on and check this thing out. So another thing that I quickly wanted to mention was that the actual platter runs very, very flat. For me, I think that's like a big like quality thing, and the fact that they were able to give you such a high quality turntable under $200 with the speakers is kind of mind-blowing to me. And yeah, the turntable's spinning right now and it is super flat. I wanted to just take the camera off the tripod real quick and just give you guys like my first like initial reaction to this thing, and I'm honestly like mind blown. I was like, man, how does this thing sound so good for being 200 bucks? Like I put on this Unirecord, and once that vocals came in, like I don't understand how these were coming out of these little tiny speakers and the system for 200 bucks. The buttons do have a very nice feel to it. The volume knob, you know, you definitely have to add like some pressure to turn it, which is nice. It doesn't feel cheap at all. I mean, like it feels very well, like, you know, a very high-end knob. The actual, the buttons that are on it are rubber, but they have a very tactile like feel to it with a good, like a good response. Yeah, I'm honestly really surprised with the quality that you're getting with this $200 setup. Once I played that first song, I was kind of like, wow, this is really only 200 bucks. Like, that's kind of crazy. So I don't think that this is like an upgrade to a system that you've already spent, you know, couple $100 on. I definitely think this is like a great like starting point if you want to get into this stuff. If this is like your first turntable setup, this is a great start. 200 bucks and you get your turntable and your speakers and you just put a record on and it sounds good. Like, yeah, that's what this is. I think that this is a great gift, a great gift idea for 200 bucks. And again, you get the turntable and the speakers. I think that's a great idea. You know, there are some like build, like quality control issues, like the edges of the wood. You can kind of see it's brand new, and you can see like where it would peel from. You know, it's not like a slab of wood that they cut. It's definitely like some type of harder material than just like wrapped in like that color. But like earlier, the platter runs smooth. You know, the materials kind of do feel heavy duty. I like the little rubber grips on the cover. The Project Audio turntable that I have doesn't even have that, so I had to add like my own little padding to it. If there are any questions, like I know that when I go to a review video for a product, the first thing I do is go to the comments and see like what other people are saying and just like the conversations that people are having about the product. So when I first see a product, I just want to know why I shouldn't buy it instead of why I should. So if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below. I'll do my best to answer everything. But yeah, I mean, I think if you were looking at this product, I think you should just pull the trigger and get it, because again, for the price point, I mean, I don't know if there is something out there with this type of setup that sounds this good available right now. That's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Again, comments, questions, drop them below. Feel free to subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.